around a long time, as you say. I'm like a dinosaur.
I didn't say all that,
in
but
Q Sports.
Right.
I obviously had a snooker career before coming here to the US. There we go, Jayson Shaw, Eagle Eye Shaw. Let's see what he's got. He does that cut break, same, a lot more spin on the ball there, cue ball. Made 2 balls on the break. Not sure the 2 goes by that 4, but if anyone can make it, Jayson can. He may choose not to. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. I think he was playing a combo there. But he got away with it. He'd be happy with the outcome of that. Looking at a safety shot, I believe, here, but not easy. He hasn't got much of the 2 ball to hit it. It's like a half ball. Putting a bit of right hand spin to slow the cue ball down. Yeah, he was just trying to hold it behind the 8 and the 7 with that right hand spin, but it just got away from him. He caught the 2 ball a bit thin there.
Table 14.
But still, not an easy shot for Jayson because of where the 3 ball is. Looking at banking it into the 3 to make that. Not easy, but doable, and it's about all he's got on this shot. Cause the safety might be a double kiss. What's always interesting to me about Jayson is the way he slowly comes down with his head onto the cue. Like really looking at the alignment, at the line of the shot. He's the only player that I see do that. He just lines himself out and then slowly brings his head down.
I mean, he's got to be one of the most talented, naturally talented shot makers we've seen in ages.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And not only that, the power play too, and the jump shots. I mean, he's just got such an all-round arsenal of weapons there, isn't he? It's disposal. Very tough to beat. And then he's got that attitude that looks like he doesn't really care, but obviously we all care. And it's disarming, I think, for the opponent sometimes. But what a great competitor. Took out some great names at the Expo this last weekend. That was a beauty. Look at the way he weaved the cue ball around the colours there. touch of inside there, makes everything look really easy. A nice little start to the match. First rack to Jayson. Fedor is up to break next, so Jayson's leading 1-0, Fedor to break.
I did not get to see them play at the Super Billiards Expo, but I think it went hill.
Right. I was on the other side on another table while they were playing. I knew it was a close game. You're correct, actually, because I remember Jayson leaving the arena sort of, whoo.
Right, dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet, yeah. There's a nice following, though, I have to say. Every time there were lots of applause and roars in the arena, Jayson was usually on the end of the shot. So let's get back to this Fedor break, see if he gets a shot. It's not if he makes a ball, it's if he gets a shot. One ball dropped in the side that time. So he hasn't got a shot on the two. This is sort of the difference with the top players. It's just little things like that, who gets the shot and who doesn't. Both players can do anything they want on the table. And also with these 7-footers, I don't know with this 9-ball and the breaking the way it is, whether we're going to see tons of tactical play. So he's opting for a push out here. Let's see what response Jayson's going to give. Is he just going to roll it or... Ooh.
That's no good.
No. Caught the 4. Too thin. Lost the cue ball. The way he's positioned the ball, it looks like he's thinking about possibly breaking out that 8 and 9. Just nudge it, because he'd still have a shot on the 3. Yeah, he's definitely looking at that, just to break them up. You've got to be careful how you go into balls too, haven't you? You don't want to end up getting yourself in trouble. That was nicely played. He just came off the... See, a lot of people would have just stunned across, but then you're the wrong side of the 3 to get to the 4. So he played a really nice shot, just moving forward there. And just nudging the 8 out. Very, very nicely played. And he's just opened up the rack to level the score. Can't see any mistakes from here.
So did you think these guys called each other and said, hey, I want you to wear that shirt, I'm going to wear mine?
Yeah, I think
like, what?
I think there's a lot of coordination goes on, you know, among the guys, their wardrobe. I don't think Darren got the memo though, did he? If you ventured to guess, who do you think Jayson is sponsored by?
That's who he's sponsored by. Perry Cubes.
What makes you think that?
Because that's all he wears.
Do you mean that giant P-E-R-I across his back?
Are you sponsored by Perry?
No, I'm not.
I had the pleasure to watch Jayson do a lot of that straight pool. When he, right before he broke I was restreaming a lot of the stuff that they were doing because I have a huge following, so I was taking what they were doing and throwing it back out there, and then double people were watching it. He just broke that 7:14. That's unbelievable.
Oh my God, what a record.
It was like 5 a.m.
That is crazy, absolutely crazy what he did. The reason is, well, we know that John Schmidt was the record holder before that, and he really smashed that record. But I know that on, having talked to him, on his last day, he came back, didn't he? He added a day extra because he knew he could do it. He hadn't quite made it yet, and he stayed an extra day because he knew he was going to break that record.
Yeah, because I was actually messaging him a little bit, trying to figure out when he was going in, what time schedule, so I could be alert for promotions and things and stuff like that. And he had just done a really big run. I forgot what it was. Relatively speaking, a big run.
Yeah.
Then he took off, and he was like going to dinner, and that's what I did. You know, he was thinking. But then he was at dinner, and he just had so many second thoughts like, I can do this. I got a thought, you know, I'm going to take a break, have dinner, and I'm going to decide to go back and do it again. And that's when he broke the record. And it was at like 5, 6, 7 a.m. in the morning.
That's incredible. I mean, just to have the concentration and focus. I can't imagine getting close and then starting again.
Right.
But the good thing about Jayson is that he doesn't waste a lot of energy, in the sense of he just gets down and plays the game. So he's a quick shooter. He's not wasting a ton of energy overthinking anything. And so he can knock through a few racks quite quickly. So
Very, very quite quickly,
yeah.
actually. I remember I did the Derby City Straight Pool Challenge for about 4 or 5 years. And Jayson ran like a 2-something or another, and he was like, I don't really play this game, but, you know.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, that's just the shot maker in him. And he ran like, I think he won that year, actually.
Well,
he got the
like
high run, 2:17 in about an hour.
Amazing. Like I said, it's a concentration, because a lot of shots are quite easy at straight pool, but it's the focus, isn't it, that gets a lot of people, I think.
You just can't miss anything.
Yeah.
If you miss, it's over.
Yeah.
There's no mistakes allowed, really.
Always, that's a nice little roll. Look at that.
So yeah, I mean, he just did that in the past few months, broke the record. He's got a bunch of shirts and now DVDs available to celebrate that.
Yeah, I know.
Quick merchandise expert.
Excellent. And that booth he had at the expo.
Yeah, his own booth.
Had a nice booth. No, he's really making the most of everything that he's doing, and as he should.
Table 11, Bart and Antonio. Table 11, Bart and Antonio.
Nice shot by Fedor.
Wow.
That was really nice. Nicely played. Picturing where that cue ball was going to hit that second round. That was awesome. You saw Jayson tap the table in appreciation.
So since we're on Facebook right now, and I know we may have some people in Jersey watching, you're doing some lessons or clinics with people today or within the next couple days?
No, today. I'm actually
just
leaving.
today?
Yeah, just today over here. I'll probably do some this evening from 7 till 9.
Are you having any slots open?
Yeah, it's going to be a group lesson if I do it.
Okay.
7 till 9.
Well, you heard it, guys. Come down to South Jersey Billiards. And see, Allison, there's I think there's 4 9-footers in the side room back there.
Oh, yeah.
We got a little jump cut action here.
I'll tell you what, he's one of the greatest players with a jump cue too. I love watching him jump.
Well, the
Incredible.
other guy is playing
As is, yeah. Earlier he played a beauty, Fedor.
unbelievable
Yeah.
jump artist.
Yeah. The level of play now. They just make it look so easy.
Does anybody
He
know
might
who
have to
Bart
keep that in
is?
his hand, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, he's still half ball
Bart
hooked
to
here.
table 11. Bart to table 11.
I was looking at how thick that shaft is. It's a lot thicker
Yeah,
than
that's
most.
over than 13 for sure.
Yeah. Ooh.
Look at this guy. Almost got it even. He's gonna give. Is he gonna give Fedor the jumper?
Probably. You should have just handed it over.
That's what I was thinking.
Have some of that. There you go. Obviously, we know that Fedor's not sponsored by Perry, though.
Yeah, he's got his own
He's got his
arsenal
own
from Q-Tech.
From Q-Tech, correct. Let's see who's got the better jump cue, shall we?
I think I can make this one myself, actually. But
You probably could. I haven't seen you play, but
oh, he's doing a full Q jump.
that's just what I was going to say. He used that in the last match, and he was superb with it. Now, is that his break cue too?
Man, that's
Beauty.
accurate.
Oh yeah,
Very
fantastic.
accurate. I believe so. I want to say, I think you were sponsored by Q-Tech many, many, many years ago.
Yes, I was. I was
Okay.
with him for 16 years.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone now has got the technology of carbon fibre, which I think Fedor's playing with now. Carbon fibre shaft. Jayson's choosing to use wood. It's been interesting that watching it. I don't know what the percentages of players using carbon fibre versus wood. A lot of players were using it.
I
and
mean,
then-
I would say almost probably 30% at least
yeah. What, using it?
are using carbon fiber.
Oh, well, yeah, I would say at least. But a lot of them also started using it and then went back to wood, so that's been interesting. But it is quite amazing, the lack of deflection. But again, it's a different feel. There's pros and cons to everything.
Right.
So what have we got here? We've got Fedor Gorst leading 2-1 against Jayson Shaw.
Race to 7.
Race to 7. Fedor break him.
And this is actually early in the tournament for two of the, the top people. There's only about 50-something players in the field.
Is this a second round match?
It is. Jason had a bye. That's why he stayed in the car longer.
Well,
I told him, I said, you got a bye.
that's nice, isn't it? So I think under Shane Wolford and Christina Tkach is Darren Appleton. It seems like a lot of players are in the same half of the draw. Should we have a little
Yeah,
look
we
at
can take it. It's on digital pool, guys, if you want to check it out.
Let's have a look at that bracket.
What's it? $51 players
Which
on a
is
Monday. I mean,
I was
it's,
gonna
it's
say,
pretty
it's
pretty good,
It's
really.
a nice turnout for Monday morning. And some great players. Yeah, look, if you go down the list, we can see.
Well, yeah, they're like right there, right?
Yeah.
I predict one of those games will be on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
winner of this one plays Hennessy, and actually this guy's a very well-known local player, real strong. He's playing up there.
Okay.
Mike Salah, he's playing Hennessy right now. The winner plays the winner of this match. And then Darren, or, I mean, they're all in this bottom area, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Table 5.
Sometimes that's just the way it is.
Yep. Luck of the draw.
Table 5.
But it was interesting at the expo we've just played, as they had all the winners. When it got to the final 16, single elimination, they moved all the winners to the top and all the losers to the bottom. So the winners played winners and the losers played losers, which I've never seen before.
That's strange, kind of.
It was unbelievable, actually. Silly.
I guess they figure if you're on the winner's side, you deserve to play the tougher players to not get, knock each other out, I guess. I mean,
What's your justification for the loser's side?
I don't know. That's why that is. You said it was silly, yeah.
It is silly, isn't it? We can't justify it, can we, really? So that was a choice of the promoter.
Table 10. Macra and Robert George. Table 10. Macra and Robert on table 10.
So we saw Fedor push out. Obviously, he liked what he was going to leave, and Jayson is opting to play the jump shot. Could have put Fedor back in. He didn't really jump there, did he?
He didn't get over, no, he fouled. He was, obviously, his weight distribution, he was on one tiptoe, on one foot, leaning over. So it worked out for Fedor.
Yeah, he probably accounted for all that. Didn't he? He probably thought, weight distribution
can't
of
reach
Jayson,
it, can't reach it here.
Lefty.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are factors that, when you are playing the opposite hand, you can think about. Smart play. And just seeing Darren Appleton there, he won his first match. So he's just come over to view the opposition of Fedor and Jayson.
This other table here, we got a local battle with one of the owners, Bob Mullane and Derek Hestra. It's tied at 5, race to 7. I believe this is my first time meeting Bob, but I believe he's been around pool a long time.
Yeah, very nice room he has here, doesn't he?
He just took it over about 2 years ago. It used to be called Fat Albert's.
I wondered.
The owner is Albert Tennelly, and he's actually sitting right there. The former owner.
Right.
So he's in here all the time. And
Oh, cool.
yeah.
I wonder why my Waze app mentioned Fat Albert's. I thought that's
The
not where
wireless has all the old names on it.
Yeah, that's not where I would need to be today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's him right there on that table.
Oh, okay.
Table 13.
Yeah, it's a really nice equipment. We've got all diamond tables in there.
Table 13.
It's a great place to have a tournament.
Is it 3-1?
Yes, it is. Fedor is leading.
Yeah.
Played a clever little push out against Jayson, who's a lefty, and Jayson fouled in his jump shot there. Wow, look at that break. That is the break, look at that. He made 4 balls on the break now and has a shot on the 3.
And he didn't even have to be a rack mechanic.
Table 16, Curtis, Buckland, and Micah Soleil. Table 16.
Yeah, he didn't get any
Curtis,
inside
Micah
English on that. He meant to play it with a touch more inside and it didn't really grab. So he's hooked himself here.
I think Hennessy won that match. Yeah, so Hennessy will play the winner of this one. That's got to be right here. I mean, that's going to be on that table. Hennessy's got to play the winner of this one. Yeah. This should be just like the bottom side bracket stream table. That's what this was going to be.
We'll just sit here and deal with the lower half of the draw. This would be a nice opportunity for Fedor to extend his lead. He's just negotiating where he wants to play the 7 ball.
Something could happen. It's still okay.
Table 18, Ryan and Adam
And the way he played it, lots of good things could have happened on that shot. Available pockets, rather than going up and down the table.
There we go.
There we go, 4-1.
Guys, I hope you're enjoying this free promo here. Come over to billiardnet.tv, the website. We got 2 tables for you. So if you're on the website, you can pick with the home and away buttons to watch either table. I can actually do 4. I've got 4 streaming rigs.
Are you bragging now?
Yeah. I've been bragging for a long time. Most people don't hear me, though. That's the industry.
Who have we got on the other table?
It's Bob Mullane, the co-owner of the room here,
Yep.
South Jersey Billiards,
Yep.
and Derek Hestera. I'm unaware of. Well, it's really close. It's a close match. It was 5-5. Now Derek's in the lead. Bob won the tournament last night, so he's a hell of a player himself.
Oh, nice.
I believe he had part ownership in Mez Q's at one time.
Really? Okay.
Yep. And Tony Beastie is also the other co-owner.
Nice break again by Fedor. He's really getting control of that break. Doesn't have a shot on the 2 though here. Opting to push out because there's nothing really easy there. pushing the cue ball into a better position should he be put back by Jayson. Let's see what Jayson might have up his sleeve. No, completely mishit that. He wanted to hit it thicker and send the cue ball round, possibly behind the 7 ball there. But it caught it way too thin.
Well, that probably should cost him the rack.
Yeah, but I don't know if Fedor can just get through it and make that. So he actually got away with that, I think. Looking at kicking.
Oh, okay. I thought he made a bad hit because you said.
No. He didn't make a bad hit. He just mishit it, aiming wise. Hit it too thin. Anyway, so Fedor was looking at a 2-rail kick here. Oh, he hit it, but he hit it too thin. But he'll be happy with that outcome.
Oh yeah,
Not
you
a bad
can't
outcome.
see it. Definitely can't see it behind the 8 and the 2. I'm trying to figure out where this redness is coming from, right? It's like,
Ooh.
it might be that Coors Light side, strangely enough. I mean,
How bizarre is that?
I know.
The carpet in here is grey. And somehow we're coordinating with the table.
Yeah. The table looks pretty good, though. I can probably mess with it, but I was just trying to figure it out last night for a minute, but I didn't spend too much time on it. Make it more natural. It's like you can see a hair of this ball.
Same thing again, isn't it? You can see about the same amount. He's just at a steeper angle now.
I want the 9 ball over here, so he plays a jump bank. But
That's what you want. But
yeah, that's
if
what
we
I
could
want
do
to see.
it, we would move it. We would walk up there and
what I
just
wanna
look.
see.
Now I want to see you do this. Might even go rail first. I know he's looking at hitting into that rail and trying to get a 2 up behind the 3, blocking by the 3. So thin hip again.
Ooh.
Oh,
watch
a little
out.
dangerous. A little, because he put a lot of spin on that ball to avoid the 9. He just caught the 9 there.
I don't think you can see this really either. I don't think you can see an edge of it, so he's going to kick at it.
Oh, take that.
You
Here we
might
go.
get a-
We're going to see that jump cue that you want to see.
Yeah, probably, actually.
think so.
Even though it's that close, yeah, it's not.
Let's see what he thinks.
He made some absolutely amazing jump shots during the Midwest Bar Table Classic. Everything was a different style, like out in the middle.
Yeah.
He had to twist all around, jump cut, full table. Whole room went crazy.
Oh, look, he's gone into his bag of tricks there. Look, and he's got a smaller jump cue now. Here we go.
I think that's called the Propel, actually.
Is it? I don't know. I'm not familiar with all the equipment.
I believe so.
Let's see how he propels this, shall we?
That's very good. That was very witty.
Yeah, let's do this.
I actually work for Jacoby, so I got all these cues over here, but I don't mind promoting anyone's sponsors, promoting
of course
any
not.
products in the industry. Happy to promote all the sponsors.
Wow.
He's so deadly with that. He really is.
Isn't it great though? I love watching it. I mean, I know some people don't like jumps; they prefer the kicking. But
Right.
But what an art form it is! If you do it well, it's nice to watch. It's just another skill, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a crowd favorite skill.
Yeah.
I mean,
People
I
don't-
remember when I was watching All You Ladies on ESPN, there was about equal amount trick shot shows too.
That's right. Back in the day,
was
when
huge.
You know, that was when Matt Braun had a lot of events. He was a promoter of it, and he had the Tournament of Champions, the Champion of Champions for the men, and the Trick Shot Magic, and also Speed Pool. I mean, there were all sorts of shows, weren't there, back in the day?
Yeah. The famous Mike Massey boot shot.
Yeah. It's true.
Did Derek win that? Do you know who's playing over here? Christina? Oh, great. Okay, Christina to catch and Shane Wolford are going to play on the other table.
Perfect. We've got a nice match up there. We've got a former junior player and Shane and his parents and his sister lovers of the game. They travel around and play in all the events, and they own the Wolf's Den, I believe it is, in Virginia. There's a ballroom. And his parents are big promoters of junior pool too. The JIC, the Junior International Championships, with Rahana. And then we have Christina Tkach from Russia, tremendous player, very steady, played in a few of the matchroom events, you might be familiar with her. A European champion.
Guys, if you want to watch that match, you absolutely have to go to billiardnet.tv, because even if I wanted to, I wouldn't give it out because there's no bandwidth. There's not enough internet here to do 4 or 5 streams. But you're going to want to watch that one.
So, Fedor ran that rack out from a little safety battle there. Great jump shot. And he's leading 5 games to 1, I believe. Jayson sure to break. Makes me want to go home and start practicing jump shots. Watching that.
Yeah.
What he's been doing. Jayson just said, I think I might be able to run these out. I think he was right in his prediction. So it makes it 2 games to
Yep,
Jayson.
5-2. Really hard to come back though. Alternate break format.
Definitely, especially the way Fedor's.
Check it out, guys. For only $24.99 a month, you get all the live TV channels and networks you can handle, basic and advanced channels, premium movie channels, all the sports leagues, even wrestling, boxing, and your UFC fights, okay? Do you got a Fire Stick, an Android box, an Apple device, another web platform? We can help you. Let's get streaming. Send me a message and check it out today.
I think the music got us on Facebook, guys. That's why I prefer to use my own network. But if you're listening right now, thanks for your support. Now I gotta promote that match.
Fedor Gorst at the table, breaking cup break. Nicely done. That's going to hurt Jayson here. I think that's the first shot he's had at the 2-ball too, and the first clear shot.
$1,500.
Table 2, Don Hanks and Robert Elaine. Table 2, Don and Robert.
But you do that every time I restart? Probably.
Table 3, Barry West and Mike Scrabble. Table 3, Barry West and Mike Scrabble.
I caught that a little bit thinner than planned, I think, the way he was looking at the cue ball there. Cue ball travelled a little further. Just puts a little bit of pressure on the shot of holding the cue ball more than anything. You could tell he didn't really like playing that shot, more of a slower roll with spin. Looks like he's playing with a touch of outside English here. That's why he had to play that shot to hold for the 6-ball without letting the cue ball travel too much. This will make it 3 games to Jayson, 5 to Fedor, with Jayson breaking. So that was a big game to give up there. Should have been 6 to 2. Just caught that 2-ball a little thin in that rack. Okay, Jayson shore up to break. Certainly flirts with a little bit dangerous of the side pockets here. Oh, that was a beauty, a lovely little bank shot there. Letting the cue ball run around 2 rounds for 3. Beautiful shot. Just got to focus on making a shot here, making this 5, letting the cue ball just run straight in and out the round. Very nice shot. Makes it look very easy when he's in stroke. Five, 4 to Fedor. Fedor breaking. Jayson just grabbed a couple of racks there. Just adds a little bit more heat on Fedor. Let's see what happens on his break. He was supposed to win that last rack that he broke on. Two more and the 3 ball had disappeared, so a nice opportunity to get on the hill first here.
Tell him I'm blowing up this logo all over the place. I'm promoting the hell out of it is what I'm trying to say. Oh, well. That's Tony Beastie, the other owner, right next to us. If you watched his eyes, picture him how the shot was going to go, a lot of visualisation, where the ball was going to hit the rail, and he added some spin onto that, so it was a pretty shot that. 3 rails to get onto the 4.
got really, really nice tempo around the table.
I think the first time I seen him play was at the Derby. He might have been 17, and he was in the Bigfoot Classic. Like, I don't know if he won it, but it was like right towards the end. It was the first time he was over here, I believe. He made
Before he was world champion. Must have been, right?
I mean, he probably, I want to say 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, because he's an old man now, isn't he? He's so young still.
I think he's 22
What a
or 21,
yeah, but
maybe.
he won the World Championships, didn't he, at the age of 19?
Oh, okay.
And which was obviously a little while ago
Right.
now. And so experienced, but he's got such a great tempo and great choice, you know, shot selections and foundation. So very consistent in what he does, his approach and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I think over in Russia they had a whole billiards training program. He probably worked with Johan years and
did.
years ago.
He
I'm
did.
assuming this.
He did. You're assuming correctly. He definitely worked with Johan for sure. And you know, he said to Mark Wilson once, because Mark talked to him after he won the Worlds, and he said, "There's so many more players. I'm just one of a bunch that could be world champion from Russia."
Oh yeah.
That's how good the standard is. Young, you know, for the youngsters. He said, "There's so many coming through."
Yeah, there's that other guy, Maxim Dudinets. He was running hundreds at the Derby when he was like 17.
Who's that? Is he know?
Maxim Dudinets. Yep.
Is he still playing? Or?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's his video. Fedor and him had a YouTube channel that they used to just do
Oh.
things on. That was him.
Okay, I'll have to check
I
him
think
out.
Maxim was older than Fedor at the time, so yeah, that guy was running over 100 in the straight pool tournament, and
And how old was he, do you think? Oh, you
I
said a
think
bit
he, wa-
older
I think
than
he was
Fedor.
about. I
A
think he
little
was
bit.
about 17 then.
Yeah, so it's quite amazing, isn't it? The standard. But lots of good training you see in Europe. A lot of these countries have pool programs or billiard programs.
Right. We
There's a
don't
lot-
have that in the
No,
U.S.
and there's a lot of good trainers, and that's what you need. They treat it as a sport. Another thing they don't have in a lot of these countries is bar tables. Hate to say it, but
Okay.
they all play on the big tables,
Right.
and that's where you develop a good stroke.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have conversations on why are the Europeans just a notch ahead of most Americans. And it's because one of the reasons is just like me, sometimes you got to sleep in your car in America if you want to be a
Well,
professional
that's
pool
absolutely
player.
right.
It's not the same, and you
yeah,
know,
it's training and discipline. Though, at the end of the day, it's the quality of the training, and then your work ethic, I think. But like you're trying to say here, is really it's hard when there's not much reward. Or
support, the network, the
support,
infrastructure.
everything
Right.
has to change. Now in these other countries, they get some of them, not all of them, a few of them get government support. So if you're good at something, you're getting a program where maybe your expenses are covered for the
Right.
year.
They might pay for your flights or
Yeah,
anything.
definitely. I
I
think
mean,
Niels back in the Netherlands, if they won a medal in the European Championships, they were guaranteed probably 20,000 from their billiard program. So it was a big deal to win those medals, just to get, you know, guaranteed.
then you can keep going around.
Exactly. And some might be more and some might be less. But certainly in the US and certainly in the UK, there's not that support.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is not over yet for Jayson Shaw.
No, look at this.
Looks at 6'5".
Just keeps the heat on Fedor that he has to break and run, basically. Here we go. 6-5, Fedor breaking.
Lavery and Antonio Martinez, table 6, Kevin and Antonio.
I like the fact that we're using the template rack with 9 on the spot. I'm not a huge fan of the template rack because of the whole issue of you can make the wing ball if you hit them nice and easy, but it changes so much when you're using a 9 on the spot.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule.
That adapts it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we just went back to wooden racks at the expo this last week, and it was like we haven't played with them in so long. It was tricky making the balls freeze.
Well, that's another thing. These guys that are so good at racking, they freeze the back 2 balls, tilt the rack a little bit, and the wing ball goes right in. But when you put the 9 in the spot, you can't do all that. I'm giving her racking lessons, Mike. I'm giving Allison Fisher racking lessons on how to cheat the rack. At least it's not on Facebook now.
I'm taking it all in, absorbing every bit of knowledge.
And I think, actually, Christina's actually better at it than Fedor. I mean, I'm not lying. I seen them both play in Indianapolis, and she took 10 minutes to rack one time.
Really?
Would not come up here. Wouldn't even look at it until it was exactly the way she wanted to. Then she breaks like 30% of the speed. Ball just goes through.
Really?
Yep. But that's actually a lot of the way that pool is played these days. So you got to learn all those skills actually until people start making the rules where 9 has to be on the spot. You can't touch the 1 ball. Do different. It's up to the tournament promoters to actually kind of guide the game more
Yeah, definitely.
in a solid direction in that regard.
Well, and also, like you said, it's knowledge, and players are getting stronger and stronger all the time. Watching the pro events now, I would say that was a nice stroke. That the players are more athletic now. If you look at what was and what is, there's so many athletes now playing pool. Don't you think? They're younger. They're
I mean,
fit.
I think a lot of that stuff, like some of those, was it Thorsten? I mean, he was doing 100 push-ups a day 20 years ago, probably. That work regimen to build that stamina, that's coming into, and it has been for the last probably 5 years. I mean, Shane was working out really good for a while, and that definitely can do nothing but help your game.
And also, if
Teaches you discipline. And
yeah, definitely. If you see some of them it's going to encourage all the others too. But you've definitely seen a definite change. Like, Fedor wants to start working out. He wants to look like Neil's fan.
Oh yeah,
He said
he's,
that a while ago. He's serious about that.
he's pretty
so,
tough looking.
Yeah. The
Then you're just
Terminator.
ready at the table. You're like,
Yeah.
nothing can stop me. You
Right.
can't stop me.
Exactly.
The table can't
Mentally,
stop me.
physically.
I'm not gonna miss.
It's intimidating. And then, the length of time that they play. Long matches, you've got to be fit. Focused.
This probably could have been a bit better, but it is Fedor Gorst. He's probably gonna make it no problem.
He's picturing it now. Look at that. They took a long time. It's interesting, isn't it, when you watch different players? He really, really gives it 110%. It's very impressive.
It had a small chance of not going in.
Yeah, and
We
the
got
pace,
to
but
go.
he didn't want to get that cue ball anywhere near that corner pocket. So Fedor goes through, winning 7-5 against Jayson Shaw. It's hotting up here.
So it won't take long till they throw another game up here. It's probably going to be Federer and Hennessy. And I'm going to hear this from everyone else in the room. They're going to be like, how come that guy got to play in that same table 5 times? because it's a TV table. But you know,
I understand.
it happens though. They're like, these guys are always on. I mean, that's what people want to see. They get used to the table, gives them a slight advantage. But I'm not going to put Fedor and Hennessy up in the corner
Why not?
because that's who people want to watch.
Well, who else have we got in the brackets? Let's have another look at the brackets. We've got Christina Tkach playing Shane Warford.
Yeah, what's the score over there? Shane? Okay.
So Shane Warford is leading 3-0 against Christina.
I think we have to refresh it. Although he may have not gone up there and told them anyway, so.
Table 4, Tony
It's true, but they are moving along here, aren't they? Moving and a grooving.
That's a pretty good match.
You're pointing at Vinny Cimarelli and Matt Craw.
Matt's from Delaware, Vinny's from Philly. But yeah, it's going to be Hennessy versus Fedor in that third round match.
What would we be down to then on that? That would be down to what, last 8 or 16? Because
I don't think it's that fast already.
No,
I mean, that's pretty quick.
We started with 50
51.
51 players.
We have 18 tables though, and if
Yeah,
they're
I
using
know.
them all, that's quick.
They are moving through
Yeah.
it. They are definitely.
I was slightly concerned if we get a 90 to 100 players, whether we're going to get it done in one day, because that's the goal of this event by the original promoter, who's actually sick.
Yes.
His daughters are running the tournament.
Right, Raymond.
Yeah.
Raymond West.
Yep. He was here last night.
And we had to change venue, didn't we, at the last minute too?
I think this was originally going to be in Delaware, and then we got moved over here. It's much better over here because that place was small, from what I understand.
Well, they had too few tables too, didn't they,
Right.
to get through this?
Yeah. I mean, you have to play that match over here. I don't. Would you like to take a break?
Sure.
Because I'll go over there and I'll talk to them and see if we can get that game. Get a few minutes. Yeah, I'm going to go talk to them, and that'll be the next game.
Table 10, Ethan and Mike.
And let me go
Lizio.
tell them before they.
Check it out, guys. For only $24.99 a month, you get all the live TV channels and networks you can handle, basic and advanced channels, premium movie channels, all the sports leagues, even wrestling, boxing, and your UFC fights, okay? You got a Fire Stick, an Android box, an Apple device, another web platform.